na ngimuhe ngari ya mwaki riu guku kungigia ugwati wa mwaki ngari umaga hari muru na kuria first station niyo ndirarikiriria nigetha nginya na kitu mone mawira ku na first station itu yagire ithe tutiragethie wega andu itu koguo ndimwira riu wira naguo gitwara gwikinya gwa ikinya na ugitara mawira maria marutitwo ni Wamatangi ukaririkana atiriri ati ni wira wa miaka igana wa miaka iri taringithania wira wa miaka iri na wira wa miaka ingi 10 kurari na thirikari cia magavana mangi matatu marari mbere yakwa MCA wa guku Limuru Central githe mutirathurite MCA angi ndutani we wa MCA wa mbere githe mutirari angi kwe MCA ungi wa guku Central ungirwarugamire atare maundu maria maratarwo ne nduta ha mothi wa na mbere githe matiroka ha mundu agatondo ira karigwe kuga atia tondu athurirwo hamwe na gavana utararuta wira riu koguo nyu mutikagie na keha tutikwendaga kwaria muno muthi twario hanini no ndimwire uhoro wa wira wa Kiambu twari Limuru Central ika thine wa county ya Kiambu Kimani Wamatangi ndirehandire ndiroiga rita riri nie muraheire wira wanyu wa kwiyendera kuhe hatari mbeca ndimuheta cia kumuhaka kuhe wira na gitio ndirogire nanie no nginyagia ndimucokerie gitio kianyu na kumurutira wira na njira iria yagiriire na nikio ringi murona ngitandikwo nikio murona ngitengerio tuhamwe andu itu nikio mona na mungikaitha buri anyu muririkane kuma muhinde mwaheire wira mwaka wa mbere mugima hatire wira ndarutire ndaturaga ihenya gutengerio andu mambita magathi makaungana aya ma MP makanyita nothe maturaga wabici cia MCA aya makimacaria kumahenia angi magoka na mbeca thie muingate gavana ucio cira wakwa waturagio Nairobi aya matiaikaraga wabici yao gutura metagwo kuria mabangire tugete mwaka mugima no na haria twanyitanire nayo guo magicanuka tukahinguka maitho tukiuga tutikarekania ringi na MCA na nikio na riu thaici gutire MCA utangitara maundu gwake maria meketwo maingi maguteithia andu aitu na nikio murona na nie ndiraigire liwe liwalo kana kuhiana atia gutire hindi ngwitikira kweherera haria murikite maitho makwa na haria muoroto wakwa ri wa guteithia mundu wa Kiambu ona woka ndigwitikira kweherera ho kana tigwa andu aitu turute wira witu wa guku koguo nikio nie ngumwira na ninjue ni muratunyitira mutunyitirire ni mugutunyitirira twi hamwe na inyui bare no ona yoka ni muguturuithia tuikare twiyumitie turegeire hau no monie nduire huragwo ni undu wa migunda yanyu githe muti uyu guo nie ndathie ndona haria kamugunda kanyu uguo kari mundu akamurikite ati nigetha ekere muhuko to ni muthure nyambaga guthie ngakanyita ngoya maratathi ngahingira ndiro tugacoka tukagwa nake kana ni igoti-ini kana ni kiharo tutwarane nginya ndimucokerie mugunda wanyu riu no wendo ukiruta mawira na njira iyo riu andu mararora makorora makaiga ati kimundu giki no nginya tukirenge maguru nigetha kieherera tutaware Kiambu na nie ndiroiga tondu ninyu mwahire wira nguregera ho ndugameta wakahi kana muraiga ati andu ali muru ndugameta wakahi ona mundu okana nditiere ko na kururia andu aliku tuge wira wa guku no nginyagia uru ndiroigire Kiambu gutire na siasa mwaka uyu wa 25 na 26 siasa cigoka 27 ciatangathwo cia bururi mugima tutigwetekera gukorwo tukihenio ithu tuturage guku bara cia kuhurana na andu aria angi ni kuria mararia kana tigwa andu aitu nihititie ni kurugama nihititie ni gutua itua tukaiga turute wira nie ndiramerire munjarie mwiki uria wothe mugwika kana mundorie njira iriku no indo cia mundu wa Kiambu ciraikaraga handu hariku gacabi kanyu ndikarekia ona gwathie atia kana ndekie karaikaraga handu hariku riu ndimuria atiriri andu aitu mbara ino githe mutegane tukorwo hamwe mwegane tukumirwo hamwe nginya tutobore ndiramerire angikorwo wa mundu gwitwo Njomo ona ikio thiini atorwo manyani omire na ruthario ndagika muthia tukigana wiyathi kana tigwa andu aitu na nie ndiroigire o kuria muri ndwarai no indo cia mundu wa Kiambu maundu ma mundu wa Kiambu turaiga haria mari kana tigwa andu aitu ndiramerire ona mungikanjeria munjerie haria mukanyona ona mungikanunda kana munjurage Na ndiramwirire na inyuĩ ona mangĩkanjũraga mũigua atĩ Kĩmami Wamatangi nĩ ararũndirwo mũgoka mathiko makwa mũthike na mũtikanarĩre tondũ niĩ ndĩ njamba ya kũrũĩrĩra andũ tũhe andũ aitũ tũhe andũ aitũ agũkũ Limuru nĩgithe mũtiũĩ rwĩmbo rũrĩa tũinaga rwa ũmĩrĩru rũrĩa tugaga atĩrĩrĩ Ngai mwene ni tainai njigue ai waga muti athuri Ngai mwega he mũtangĩri wa ita magongona mandũ-airũ Ngai ũrĩ mbere tũtingĩhotwo nĩ thũ mwene nyaga twakũhoya tũhoyaga wendani na gĩtĩo na tha nyingĩ na wendo wa rũrĩrĩ Gĩkũyũ na Mũmbi mwene nyaga twakũhoya tũhoyaga tũkonana tũrĩ ithuothe kuma Ngong'u nginya Karĩ Matũra hĩndĩ ĩyo kĩeha nĩ gĩgathira njamba cia ita ĩkamatimũ mũrũagĩro kombo njamba cia ita ikĩrũĩra bũrũri twatigĩirwo nĩ Gĩkũyũ na Mũmbi mwene nyaga twakũhoya marĩigua
Counties form part of those counties that were declared in the sessional paper number 10 of 1965 that they are low potential areas. And so if you count maybe let's remove Mombasa and maybe not even Kwale. Kwale is also still inaccessible. So if you look at Kwale, you come back to Kilifi. Largely, Kilifi is a very poor county, not by accident, but by design, by marginalization, you know. You go to Lamu, you come back to Tana River, you go to Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Marsabit, Isiolo, you come back to this Kitui, and partly you jump to now like Kipia, Samburu, Baringo, Elgeyo Marakwet, West Pokot, and Turkana, and some other few other counties there. I think not 23 per se, you plus or minus about 4 or 5. So you have about 17, 18 counties that are really, really, really marginalized. But the landmass they contribute is about maybe 70 is an exaggeration, 60% of the landmass in the country. It's because of marginalization, period. It's either that the people who are taking guns have no school to go to, you know, they have no business to do, they've never seen a class, and they have no access. If you want to do a security operation in Tana River, inside there, how would you go there? If you want to do the same in Wajir, Mandera, Garissa, Marsabit, the same problem, the same question of access to road access is everywhere. So the only answer, I am telling you this, the reason why, as Mwangangi was saying, this problem has been 50 years old. If we want not to say in another 50 years, this problem has been 50 years old, the solution is not the gun, it's not the police, it's not a military base, it is not the game reserve being no. The solution number one is development. That is why, and this is a position I've stood for from the beginning, I find it laughable and actually ridiculous that someone is opposing resources to come to this county, devolved resources to come to this county, and all these other marginalized counties. If you remember when I was in the Senate, and we had what we call Team Kenya, with the senator of this county, of Makueni, of Tana River, all those places. Why I was extremely passionate notwithstanding the fact that Elgeyo Marakwet was going to gain about 300 million, why I was very opposed to the formula that was being pushed by the previous government to deny money to these marginalized areas is because I know very well that this is a place, this policy of sessional paper number 10 of 1965, if it is continued, no, the other parts of the country will never know peace when these other places never know peace. So my answer to the future, my proposal to the future of these insecure areas in the country, either facing Al-Shabaab or banditry, is purely development. What we are doing in the Ministry of Interior now and the police to pacify, build the police stations, our police officers, NPR and so forth, is called pacification. But the real solution is in development. And therefore I agree with you that there must be a separate master plan that will serve these marginalized counties. For example, let me, apart from Kitui here, and Tana River that I've given you as an example, why is Meru suffering banditry? Why is Meru, where people, fertile Meru, where people are fairly settled, why are they suffering banditry? It's because the neighbors in Isiolo and Samburu are operating in inaccessible areas. So what has happened? First of all, they have no schools, they have no access to development, meaning there is a breeding ground for the attacks, for the bandits themselves. So it will take another 20 years of continuous schooling to suck away the resource, the human resource, who are being used to cause violence. Number two, for you to go and do operations in Mukokodo Forest, yeah, and Sibilo area and Samburu East and Isiolo, for you to go and do an operation there, you need to have access to the place. The police cannot reach there, vehicles cannot reach there, and nobody cannot reach there. So, if you go to Tiaty constituency, why is it a problem in the entire Baringo, Elgeyo Marakwet, and Turkana? It's because it's totally inaccessible, you know. So, let's look at the question of development. I really hope that also after my trip, I hope that we can have a conference, not a conference, but a conversation among leaders and security agencies and practitioners in the security sector and ask ourselves, what is the security of this country, especially in the marginal areas, on banditry and terrorism in the next 20 or 30 years? And then have in place a security plan that does not look at guns and whatever, that looks at the things you're talking about. How can you connect Kitui to Hola? Why am I tomorrow, why do I have all to go all the way to Kibwezi so that I come back to Wote, when I would have just used 30 minutes to go to Wote from here? So it shouldn't be the case, and I know. And that's why when the president spoke the other day, you know why people were laughing at President Ruto? When he spoke about Isiolo, Modokashe, Wajia, Kotulo, Elwak, until Mandera. You know why? Because to many Kenyans, that is a far-fetched dream. It's not even possible to develop that place. This is a joke. This is, in fact, that's why they feel like, it's a lie. Who even thinks about changing the lives of people? When we came to office, let me tell you for as a matter of fact, when we came to office, the president told me, because I was in the infrastructure sector, that we must do everything to open up these marginalized areas if we must save the rest of the country. Why are terrorist elements opposed to tarmacking of roads? Because they know they cannot plant IEDs on the road. They know that development will come closer. You will not have the people to recruit to engage in violence. That's why we changed the road which was Maram from Lamu to Ijara and ensure that we are putting tarmac. And the process is going on for tarmac. And that road of Lapsed is going all the way through Karbatula to Isiolo. That is why the president spoke about the 750 kilometers road, which I am confident that in the next 3 years, we shall be able to deliver that road. And that's why later we must do the road from Ijara through Dadaab all the way to Liboy. So that the only way we can do away with banditry is to do good road. And the study is there. The road between Isiolo all the way to, from Isiolo to not Marsabit, all the way to Moyale. It was insecure, and before President Kibaki came in to invest in that road. Look at how it is now. People drive day and night, and it's no longer a risk for people to use that road. So I propose that what we are doing in the security sector is a stopgap measure. What is really supposed to be done is to put money in water, roads, schools. If you do those things and then followed by electricity and these other issues, the rest of the country will be peaceful. Then we will, all of us, KDF and the other team, can work in securing the borders. But internally, we will be safe if we can ensure that our population themselves can achieve greater development by dealing with marginalization. I'm sorry for really, that's a topic that is very passionate. I am very passionate about. And as you know, the Kibwezi Road also was done and so forth. And the president has promised that we will complete the link of Kibwezi to Tharaka-Nithi, that Kibwezi Road to Tharaka-Nithi. You have asked also another question on military base. As I say, these are stopgap measures. And then the military base cannot occupy all that belt, you know. As you know, there is a police training place. As I said earlier, even the area that will be covered by military, it will still need maybe NYS, another area, and so forth, to create a buffer zone. But how sad that we are creating a buffer zone between citizens and citizens. I wish it was a buffer zone between Kenya and another country. And that's why I'm saying we must do everything to ensure that the key issues that drive insecurity are settled, so that we don't have to be creating buffer zone between communities. Thank you. I'm sorry for taking long to say that question. Yes, Shaban.
Fikiri tunaendelea. Okay. Swali langu ni kwamba,
sorry, the name was
Brenda Mwende.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, from K24. Mara nyingi tumeona kwamba wananchi wanalaumu sana idara ya usalama, kwamba pale polisi wanatumia nguvu kushinda kiasi, kwamba especially pale kunapokuwa na maandamano, unapata kwamba vijana wengi ama wananchi wanaumizwa sana kupita kiasi. Wengine wanapata hata mauaji, wengine wanapelekea hata kwenda hospitali. Labda unaweza kutueleza, ukiwa umesimamia idara hiyo, labda mambo haya mnayashughulikia namna gani kuhakikisha kwamba visa hivi havitakuwa ama vinapungua? Labda swali langu la pili ni kwamba, pale tulipokuwa uwanjani tuliweza kusikia maoni ya wakazi wakisema kwamba pale wanapoingia maofisini kama kwa chief ama huku kwa IDs vitambulisho, wanapata kwamba kabla hujatoa pesa ama ukitaka mambo yako yaende vizuri, kama unataka certificate ama visa ni ya kwenda nje, kwamba lazima utoe kitu ndio kwamba mambo yako yaende kushughulikiwa. Labda mambo hayo mnayashughulikia namna gani kuhakikisha kwamba wakazi wanahudumiwa vilivyo sawa sawa? Asante.
Asante sana Brenda. Kwanza kwa mambo ya kutumia nguvu kupita kiasi kwa polisi kudhibiti maandamano na mambo mengine, ningependa kusema kwanza kwamba visa vya kuumiza wananchi wakati wa maandamano ama kwa wakati wowote ile polisi anatumia excessive force, tuseme kwamba kwanza tayari katiba na sheria inasema hiyo haikubaliki. So si ati ni kwamba ni kitu ambayo inakubalika, na sheria tayari inasema polisi wanasatumia force ile equivalent na ile challenge wanapitia, na wakitumia hiyo force based on the challenge. For example, hakuna mtu anaulizanga polisi kwa nini ulipika risasi bandit huko Mwingi. Hakuna mtu anauliza, because kila mtu anajua tu ukipata mtu mwenye tayari ako na bunduki, hakuna kitu polisi angefanya, lazima angeni jichunga kwa bunduki. Pia askari akijipata kwa sehemu ambayo watu wanasema wanaandamana lakini wanatembea na mawe. Hii ni swali nimewahi kujiuliza mara mingi. Nikajiuliza, kwa nini Wakenya wote saa yote tunasema polisi ametumia nguvu, lakini hatujiulizi huyu mwenye alikuwa anaandamana na ako na kisu na ako na panga na ako na mawe, hii bado ni maandamano ama ni ujangili kama ile ujangili ingine imefanyika? So ni lazima pia tuangalie pande zote mbili, tusiangalie tu upande ya polisi. Tumeona kwa macho yetu polisi akilingwa mawe kwa maandamano mpaka polisi anakufa ama ameumia. So uwezi kusema kwamba tutalalia upande moja. ile polisi amefunzwa na vile ameambiwa na vile anajua sheria ni kwamba usitumie nguvu inayopita kiasi ya kudhibiti ile shida ambayo umepitia. Lakini pia tunafaa kama wananchi tufanye kazi ya polisi ikuwe rahisi kwa kuhakikisha kwamba maandamano yetu ni ya amani. Haitaingiliwa na watu ambao wako na visu, wako na panga, wako na mawe, na njia bora sana. Unajua bado hatujaelewa kwa maandamano kwa Kenya kwamba maandamano ndio ikuwe maandamano, sio watu uchukue mawe uweke barabara, sijui uchome taya kwa barabara, sijui lazima upore mali ya mtu, uingie duka ya mwenyewe, hati ndio sasa watu wasikie kabisa maandamano imefanyika. Hapana. Maandamano kote duniani inaweza kuwa ni amani. Mnaweza sema sasa leo tutatumia barabara hii, polisi wawasaidie kwa hiyo barabara, halafu waelekeze magari zote kwa barabara zingine. Lakini kuna tabia ambayo watu wengi wanaona kwamba haijakuwa maandamano mpaka tu inconvenience mtu mwingine. Kwa sababu unaweza kuwa naandamana na kitu moja yenye mimi sikubaliane nayo. Mimi mwenye sikubaliane napitia njia hii. Na pengine hata mimi nitakuja kesho niandamane opposite yako. So mimi nangojea umalize nikuje nifanye. That is what the constitution anticipated. Haikuwa natarajia kwamba maandamano itakuwa ya mawe and so forth and so forth. Lakini wale wanatumia excess force, unajua kwamba wanastakiwa, wanapelekwa kotini. Kuna internal mechanism katika National Police Service ya kuinvestigate wale ambao wanatumia excess force. Kuna IPOA ambaye kazi yao, Independent Police Oversight Authority, ambaye kazi yao ni ku-oversight police officers wenye wanatumia excess force. Na umeona kwamba wale wametumia kweli nguvu kiolela wanachukuliwa hatua ya sheria, na wengine wao wamefungwa kwa sababu ya hiyo. Lakini polisi wengi ambao wanafanya kazi nzuri pia lazima walimbikiziwe sifa na ile shida wanapitia wakifanya kazi hiyo, na watu waelewe ya kwamba lazima tudhibiti wakora ambao wanaweza ingilia maandamano ama kujifanya wanafanya maandamano, lakini yao ni kuumiza wananchi na kupora mali yao, kwa sababu pia tuko na jukumu ya kikatiba kuhakikisha kwamba tumelinda wananchi. Kwa sehemu ya chiefs, ulisikia nikiwaambia machifu wetu kwamba wengi wao wanafanya kazi nzuri, lakini kuna wale wachache ambao mayai ambaye imeoza ama tunasema viazi ambaye imeoza na itaozesha viazi vile vingine, lazima wataondolewa katika jamii. Ninawaomba wananchi wapige ripoti wakipata polisi ambaye anafanya hivyo, na nadhani kwamba itakuwa ni vizuri pia kwa sababu ya ile feedback tunapewa na wananchi. Sisi tutafute njia ya kuleta tunasema nambari yenye unaweza kuripoti kisiri wale ambao wanafanya kazi hiyo. Lakini pia kama wewe ni chief na unaishi kwa community ama assistant chief, na community wanajua huyu chief ya hii familia hii saa yote tu lazima ulipe kitu, si hii community yote inaweza sanyana ite mkutano waseme tunataka kudiscuss huyu chief, na ikifanywa hivyo sisi itatufikia sisi, itafikia ACC, itafikia county commissioner, itafikia deputy county commissioner. Huyo mtu hawezi last. So sometimes also sisi wenyewe tunapenda njia ya mkato ya bure. Mtu unakimbia kama mwananchi unalipa. Haya, unaona saa zingine pia polisi wakiwa barabara, mtu ashaweka pesa, mtu ya pikipiki ashaweka tu pesa kwa mkono, akikutana na huyo polisi anampatia akiendanga. Inamaanisha kwamba sisi pia tunasaidia, we are accomplices kwa hii ukora. Na pengine watu wa matatu, watu wa bodaboda wanafanya hivyo either one kwa sababu wanaona pengine huyu mtu ako na nguvu, sina uwezo ya kupambana na yeye. Ya pili, inawezekana pia anafanya hivyo kwa sababu anajua gari yangu sina cheti inayofaa, ama gari haina mataa, ama ikifanyiwa inspection sijafanyia inspection inayofaa. So inafaa sisi wote pia tufuate sheria kama tunataka tuhakikishe machifu na mapolisi wamefuata sheria.
Bwana Waziri, jina ni Dennis.
Ndio huyo gavana anaanza pale kwa wazee. Haya imoko huko. Anakuja tu barabara kwa wamama. Atumia mtemo wako na jamii. Naomba akikuja vile DJ, haya hororo huko ndio. Haya.
Matandatu na ngarikia riu na anake matatu anake atotuka airetu na atumia rona kamwe gakorihwo na ciringi tuothe ni woka tugakwandika aja biashara yaku ithuĩ ti biashara turakuhura we uturihe nduka thondeka barabara ngari ĩriumaga Nairobi igoka haria irorete Naikuru kana Eldoret kana githie Githumo icoka turarikana ni mwagweterwo hana mweshimiwa uhoro wa thoko ya Rironi iyo ni sawa sawa iyo thoko na ithathatu cia maternity cia atumia nigetha mugiturehere ciana gicoka ngiona barabara ni thuku muno barabara iyo ya igugekwo barabara ino nene yoire ikionererio mai ni mucaina uria uraka barabara ino nene arikia kumionerera tondu mukendi kiuragira wira ndona uria barabara irathuka ngiongerera mbeca ndiramihe milioni 55 na nitukumiambiria kumithondeka no muruga igiri ndagaga mwe gugika atia Lemuri yothe muraturaga mutari ngari ya mwaki kungiragire mwaki guku ngari iretagirwo kuma Kiamba kana kuria kungi ngioka ngithondeka haria na ngimuhe ngari ya mwaki riu guku kungigia ugwati wa mwaki ngari yumaga haria Muru na kuria fast station niyo ndirarikiriria nigetha nginya na keitu mone mawira kuu na fast station itu yagire githe tutiragethie wega ndo itu koguo ndimwira riu wira naguo gitwara gwikinya gwa ikinya na ugitara mawira maria marutitwo ni Wamatangi ukaririkana atiriri ati ni wira wa miaka igana wa miaka 2 taringithania wira wa miaka 2 na wira wa miaka 10 kurari na thirikari cia magavana mangi matatu marari mbere yakwa MCA wa guku Limuru Central githe mutirathurite MCA angi ndutani we wa MCA wa mbere githe mutirari angi kwe MCA ungi wa guku Central ungirwara ugamire atare maundu maria maratarwo ne nduta ha mothi wa na mbere githe matiroka ha mundu agatondo ira karigwe kuga atia tondu athurirwo hamwe na gavana utararuta wira riu koguo nyu mutikagie na keha tutikwendaga kwaria muno muthi twario hanini no ndimwire uhoro wa wira wa Kiambu twari Muru Central ika thiine wa county ya Kiambu Kimani Wamatangi ndirehandire ndiroiga rita riri nie muraheire wira wanyu wa kwiyendera kuhe hatari mbeca ndimuheta cia kumuhaka kuhe wira na gitio ndirogire na nie no nginyagia ndimucokerie gitio kianyu na kumurutira wira na njira iria yagiriire na nikio ringi murona ngitandikwo nikio murona ngitengerio tuhamwe andu itu nikio mona na mungika ithabu rianyu muririkane kuma muhinde mwaheire wira mwaka wa mbere mugima hatire wira ndarutire ndaturaga ihenya gutengerio andu mambite magathi makaungana aya ma MP makanyita nothe maturaga wabici cia MCA aya makimacaria kumahenia angi magoka na mbeca thii muingate gavana ucio cira wakwa waturagio Nairobi aya matiikaraga wabici yao gutura metagwo kuria mabangire tugite mwaka mugima no na haria twanyitanire nayo guo magicanuka tukihinguka maitho tukiuga tutikarekania ringi na MCA na nikio rona riu thaici gutire MCA utangitara maundu gwake maria meketwo maingi maguteithia andu aitu na nikio murona na nie ndiraigire liwe liwalo kana kuhiana atia gutire hindi ngwitikira kweherera haria murikite maitho makwa na haria muoroto wakwa ri wa guteithia mundu wa Kiambu ona woka ndigwitikira kweherera ho kana tigwa andu aitu turute wira turute wira witu wa guku koguo nikio nie ngumwira na ni njui ni muratunyitira mutunyitireire ni mugutunyitirira twi hamwe na inyui bara ino ona yoka ni muguturuithia tuikare twiyumitie turegeire hau no monie nduire huragwo ni ndu wa migunda yanyu ithe muti uyu guo nie ndathie ndona haria kamugunda kanyu uguo kari mundu akamurikite ati nigetha ekere muhuko to ni muthure nyambaga guthie ngakanyita ngoya maratathi ngahingira ndiro tugacoka tukagwa nake kana ni igoti-ini kana ni kiharo tutwarane nginya ndimucokerie mugunda wanyu leu no wendo kiruta mawira na njira iyo leu andu mararora makorora makaiga ati kimundu giki no nginya tukirenge maguru nigetha kieherera tutawale Kiambu na nie ndiroiga tondu inyu mwahire wira nguregera ho ndugameta wakahi kana muraiga ati andu ari muru ndugameta wakahi ona mundu oka na nditi iriku na kururia andu ariku tuge wira wa guku no nginyagia uru ndiroigire Kiambu gutire na siasa mwaka uyu wa 25 na 26 siasa cigoka 27 ciatangathwo cia bururi mugima tutigwetekera gukorwo tukihenio ithuĩ tuturage guku bara cia kuhurana na andu aria angi ni kuria mararia kana tiguo andu aitu ni hititie ni kurugama ni hititie ni gutua itua tukaiga turute wira nie ndiramerire munjarie mwiki uria wothe mugwika kana mundorie njira iriku no indo cia mundu wa Kiambu ciraikaraga handu hariku gacabi kanyu ndikarekia ona gwathie atia kana ndekie kare ikaraga handu hariku leu ndimuria atiriri andu aitu mbara ino githe mutega ni tukorwo hamwe mwega ni tukumirwo hamwe nginya tutobore ndiramerire angikorwo wa mundu gwitwo Njomo ona ikio thiini atorwo manyani omire na ruthario ndagika muthia tukigana wiyathi kana tiguo andu aitu na nie ndiroigire o kuria muri ndwarai no indo cia mundu wa Kiambu maundu ma mundu wa Kiambu turaiga haria mari kana tiguo andu aitu ndiramerire ona mungikanjeria munjerie haria mukanyona ona mungikanunda kana munjurage na ndiramwerire na inyue ona mangikanjuraga muigua ati Wamatangi ni ararundirwo mugoka mathiko makwa muthike na mutikanarire tondu nie ndi njamba ya kurwirira andu tuhe andu aitu tuhe andu aitu agukuri muru ni githe mutie rwimbo ruria tuinaga rwa umiriru ruria tugaga atiriri Ngai mwene ni taina ijigue ai waga inyu muti athuri Ngai mwega he mutagiri waita moro magongo na mandwaiyo Ngai uri mbere tutingihotwo ni thu mwene nyaga twakuhoya tuhoyaga wendani na gitio na tha nyingi na wendo wa ruriri na Gikuyu na Mumbi mwene nyaga twakuhoya tukuhoyaga tukonana turi ithuothe kuma Ngong'u nginya kari matura hindi yo kieha ni gigathira njamba cia ita ikamatimu muru wa girokombo njamba cia ita ikiruwira bururi twatigeirwo ni Gikuyu na Mumbi mwene nyaga twakuhoya marigwe tagia tweke kiguoya kana